Okay, let's talk about taxes. I know, just hearing the word can make you want to tune out. But what if I told you that by not filing your taxes as a student, you could literally be walking away from free money? Stick with me here because we're going to break down exactly why every student, especially if you've ever been in foster care, should seriously consider filing a tax return.
So you're probably thinking, I'm a student, I barely made any money last year, I don't need to file, right? And yet, technically, you might not be required to file if your income was below a certain level, but assuming you don't need to could be a really, really expensive mistake. And that's why it's a mistake. We're talking about hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars of your own money that the government is just holding on to. So try to think of filing a tax return less like a chore and more like finding the key to a treasure chest that's already got your name on it.
All right, so let's start with the most basic reason to file, even if you just had a part-time job. It's all about getting your own money back, money that was already taken out of your paycheck. Here's the deal. If you had a job, your employer probably took a little bit of money out of each paycheck for taxes. That's called withholding. You can see exactly how much they took out by looking at boxes 2 and 17 on your W-2 form. Now, that money's yours, it's just sitting in an account with the IRS, and there is only one way to ask for it back. You gotta file a tax return. But getting your withheld money back, that's just the beginning. The second reason to file is a total game changer, and it's a powerful tax credit that was designed just for students like you. Yep, you're seeing that right. You could get a refund of up to $1,000 from this one single credit. And this isn't some complicated deduction. We're talking about straight up cash that can come right back to you. And this is the part that so many students miss. This credit, which is called the American Opportunity Tax Credit, isn't tied to having a job. It's tied to being a student. So how do you know if you can get it? Well, it really just boils down to 3 simple questions. Number 1, did you get any Pell Grants last year? 2, did you live on your own or on campus for at least half the year? And 3, did you cover at least half of your own expenses, counting scholarships and grants as your own resources? If you can say yes to all 3 of those questions, there's a very, very good chance you're eligible for that $1,000 credit. That is a huge amount of money to just leave on the table. Okay, so are you feeling motivated? I hope so. Let's talk about what you actually need to get this done. And I promise it's nowhere near as scary as it sounds. First up, your income forms. You're going to want the W-2 from every single job you worked. If you did any gig work like driving for a food delivery app or some freelance stuff, you might have a 1099 form. Oh, and grab the 1099 INT your bank sends for any interest you earned. And hey, if you filed last year, having that return nearby is a huge help. Next is the personal stuff. You'll need your social security number, your bank info, that's the routing and account number, so you can get that refund direct deposited, and a state ID, which you'll need to file online. That's pretty much it. Seriously, don't sweat about tracking down a million pieces of paper. The bottom line is, most of the stuff you need, like your W-2 or your bank statements, can probably be downloaded right from your phone or your laptop. Easy peasy. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if I mess it up? That's a huge fear for so many people. But the good news is, you absolutely 100% do not have to do this by yourself. So, what does this expert one-on-one help actually cost? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. It's completely free. There are amazing volunteer programs out there specifically designed to help students just like you prepare and file your taxes for absolutely no cost. And when we say free, we mean it. We're talking free help from trained volunteers to get the forms ready, free assistance to answer every single one of your questions, and 0 fees to actually file the return. It's a resource built to help you win. So you've done it. You gathered your documents, you got that awesome free help, and you hit the submit button. Woo! So, what happens next? Let's talk about the final stretch. Okay, first things first, be patient. It can take a few weeks, sometimes even a bit longer to get your refund. This is especially true for first-time filers. The IRS might even mail you a physical letter just to double-check that you're really you. That's a totally normal security step, so don't freak out. And here are some super important pro tips. Listen up. The IRS will only contact you through the actual mail. If you get a phone call or an email, it's a scam. Just ignore it. Also, if you move, make sure you set up mail forwarding. And please, 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 keep your bank account open until that refund is safely inside. If you do get a letter from the IRS and you're not sure what to do, just let your program director know. They can help. You know, the most important thing to take away from all this is that the whole process just isn't as scary as it seems. Filing your taxes is a totally manageable skill, and honestly, it's an empowering step toward building your financial future. You got this. Which really just leaves us with one last pretty exciting question. After you file and you claim the money that you're owed, what are you going to do with it? Maybe it's for textbooks, maybe it's a new laptop, or maybe it's just a little bit of breathing room. Whatever it is, you earned it.